It's time for the big return on this channel. My favorite thing to do, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back the emails. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Wicked Bitter channel. I'm Travis. Thank you for checking out this video. Hey, listen, if you are new to this channel and you like WWE, you like pro wrestling, do yourself a favor, do myself a favor, subscribe to this channel. Like this video. You want to subscribe to this channel for more WWE content because I am posting WWE content every single week. We are talking about Raw, SmackDown, PLEs. We do prediction videos. And now, finally, we get to do this again. It's been a while. We are doing email videos where you send in your thoughts. I read them here on these videos. I cannot wait to dive into these. All right, my friends, it's almost time. It's almost time. It's WrestleMania season. Last year around this time, this channel really picked up a lot of steam when I was posting videos about the whole Cody Rhodes situation where I felt like he got screwed out of his match because he gave it up to The Rock. After I posted that video, I'm sure a lot of people who have been here for a while know this story, but after I posted that video, I woke up the next day and I had like 300, 400 new subscribers. I could not believe it because before then, I was posting stuff all the time, you know, mainly about wrestling and also like other sports like baseball and stuff like that because I love that. But yeah, that video really took off. So then I made another one, and then I got another like 400 subscribers. I was like really pumped about that, and I was just like, you know what? Maybe WWE content is all the content I need to make on this channel. So that is what I focused on last year. That's what we're going to focus on this year. We're only growing here. We're getting bigger and better, and it's because of all of you. And I cannot thank you enough for that because this is very fun for me. I get to make these videos. I get to read your comments. I get to talk to you in the comments. And now I get to respond to your emails. Let's get into them. First one is from Patrick P. I know exactly who this is. You have emailed before. You comment on a lot of videos. I always appreciate seeing your comments. Thank you for that. Let's see. I read them off my phone, by the way, for anybody who doesn't know. So if you see me looking down, I'm reading off my phone. My laptop's all the way across the room, and I don't feel like going to get it. So Patrick says, the best part of WrestleMania 41 build was the rumor that Stone Cold will be in town. There are so many great matches at WrestleMania 41, and the builds are not worthy of most of them. Outside of Cena Cody, we might as well skip Raw, SmackDown, and just tune in at the PLE. Look, Patrick, I can't say that I blame you. I'm going to be dead honest here. Like, last year, you know, I think the problem is we got spoiled last year. Last year, we had the Cody stuff. And that was such a big main centerpiece of that whole show. Like that, literally, 2 nights worth, 2 matches of that show last year revolved around ultimately one rivalry. It was that tag team match with The Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth, and that played a factor into what the very next night's match was going to be. So there was a bunch of build going around that. There was a lot of hype. Cody had been chasing Roman for a couple of years for that title. He got screwed out of 40, and then he wanted it at 41. Or he got screwed out of 39, won it at 40. Now we're here at 41. So, yeah, I don't blame you for this because, honestly, I got to agree a little bit here. I think a lot of the builds for a lot of the matches this year for WrestleMania have not been that great. And I think part of it is because a lot of the wrestlers like Roman, Rock, Cena, those are all big names, and a lot of them don't show up every single week. So it's very hard to build people's interest in a match when they're not there every single week. And Roman's been taking a lot of time off. He just, that's his thing now. He just takes a bunch of time off now. The Rock, you never know with The Rock. Like, honestly, he just decides to pop up whenever he wants to, and then WWE has to kind of like pivot and rearrange and rewrite some stuff. And then, as John Cena goes, this is last year. He's already said before he's going to work like 30 dates. He's already, maybe like 4 or 5 dates into it. So, you know, he will be there, I think, next Monday Night Raw, I'm pretty sure. In the UK, but you know, it's difficult. You can't really get people invested in the whole show if a lot of the main stars where the biggest matches are going to be are not showing up. Like last Monday on Raw, Punk came out and he cut a promo and there was no Seth and there was no Roman Reigns. So that's hard to do, man. It's hard to do. And as far as all the other matches, like what's going to happen with Lyra's title? Lyra and Chelsea, are they going to have matches at WrestleMania? Because we have 2 weeks to go. Those are the mid-card titles. These are 2 brand new championships, and they're not even going to be featured on WrestleMania, it seems like. And if they are, it's probably a throwaway pre-show match, and that's not how you do it justice. So I don't know. I don't really know all the matches at WrestleMania. Isn't WrestleMania supposed to be a 2-night like spectacle? Where are all the matches? All I know is maybe like 3 or 4. Like, are these matches just going to be thrown together in the last like 2 or 3 weeks because we don't have a lot of time? And if you only have 2 or 3 weeks to throw matches together, how involved and interested are people really going to be? I actually would love if Stone Cold shows up to this WrestleMania. Maybe it will be in a situation where The Rock is kind of ganging up on Cody, with John Cena. I don't know, maybe Travis Scott for some reason is out there. And then we hit the glass break and Stone Cold comes out and helps Cody Rhodes out. I think that would be really cool. I know Stone Cold has mentioned before in another interview that if Cody Rhodes needs him, he's going to be there for him. So a lot of people are looking into that. A lot of people are referencing back a couple years ago with the trailers of everybody's faces on them. Stone Cold was on it. So I think Stone Cold being in town for that would actually be really cool, and I hope he actually would be able to show up this time because a lot of that place, that roof will be completely gone. I appreciate that email, Patrick. It's definitely a good topic. I don't blame you if you just want to tune into WrestleMania and you just skip the shows from here until then. I mean, so far, not a lot of crazy things have happened, so I understand why people might not be super interested. Hopefully they can change that. I don't know. I'm excited for WrestleMania because, of course, it's WrestleMania, but I need more. Let's get into another email here. This is from Clayton. Ooh, I hope I'm saying it right. Cragen, I hope is your last name. Let's see. It's a lengthy email here. So Clayton says, hey, man, dude, favorite wrestling channel by far. I appreciate that, Clayton, so much. I think you're actually a new subscriber, too, if I remember right. But after watching your latest video, got me thinking, what if Cena wins the 17th, but not in a way anyone wants him to win it? What am I saying? I'm saying he wins the championship and wins it in the most dirty way you could win it. What way is that, you may ask? a lot of good questions here. What would you say here? Well, way back when Vince had the Montreal Screwjob, and I think you know where I'm headed with this. I think the fix is in again. I think The Rock will screw Cody Rhodes using Cena to do it, and Cena will laugh about it. Then The Rock will say payback's a B. F you, Cody, earning the title of WrestleMania. What happens in Vegas becomes legendary. I don't hate that. What happens in Vegas becomes legendary. I truly think in my mind Cena will do exactly what Punk did when he won the title and left. I think this version of Cena will because he will feel like he's the last legend of his era and that title belongs to him. There will be no equal. I actually and hope he ends as a heel. That could be super fitting because he started as a heel. Cena isn't bitter about us. He'll take us back. Word mother effing life. Wow. Heavy email there. Oh, man. That's a unpacker. We got to unpack that one a little bit. You're entitled to feel and think whatever you feel and think. I know some people think Cena will end as a heel. Some people think he'll win at WrestleMania. I wouldn't hate either one of those options, to be honest with you. But for me, the way I have it in my mind, I don't think, because of the way things have been lately and some of the things that Cody has said to Cena, first of all, Cena looks like he doesn't even care about Cody Rhodes. He never mentions him. Anytime Cena has come out in the past couple of weeks, his promo has been directly at fans, blaming fans, talking smack about the fans. Not once has he ever really talked about Cody. The only time he ever mentions Cody is when he's actually talking about the title that Cody has. And it's not even like he's talking about Cody, he's just talking about the title. So I don't know. I feel like Cena's overlooking Cody, not paying attention, doesn't care, and I think that's what's going to be his downfall. Cody has already come out and said, if this is the Cena that shows up, I'm going to run right through him, I'm going to run him over, I'm going to retire him early. So I think this is a way WWE gives it an out for Cody to win and beat Cena. If I'm wrong on that, I'm happy either way because I want Cena to win that 17th title. I think he will win the 17th title. I think, but for me, I thought Cena would win it as a babyface, and I think he will turn back into a babyface a little bit down the year, maybe the middle of the year, because I want the big celebration for Cena. I want him to break the title record, and I want everybody to go nuts. I want there to be pyro. I want there to be all the works for this, and then he can just lose it on the way out, or just lose as champion and just relinquishes it. goes out on top. If there's anybody in the company who has deserved that, it's John Cena. This guy has been carrying the load of WWE for over 2 decades, so he definitely deserves it. I wouldn't be mad if he leaves as champion, retires as champion, and then just hands over the title that nobody even has to beat him for. But knowing Cena, I think he would want, I don't know Cena, but seeing things about Cena, reading things about Cena and just seeing his interviews, I think he would want to do the job on the way out. I think he would want to give it to someone else. I think he would want to lose it to somebody else on the way out, create a new star, leave the company in a better place than when he found it. So I could see that happening, but I'm not mad if he stays heel the whole year. I'm not mad if he wins the title as a heel. I'm not. I wouldn't mind it at all, because if he does, then he can have a monster run as a champion. My only worry is he's going to be WWE champion if he wins it, and he's just going to go back to his busy movie schedule where he's not going to show up every week. So then again, that becomes a problem with the fans where the top champion, the WWE champion, is not showing up every week. So it's a tricky situation how they handle this. I want him to win the title regardless whether he's babyface or heel. I prefer it to be a babyface because I think he deserves the biggest celebration for that. But if he does it as a heel, you can also go a lot of interesting ways here. I know Backlash happens after WrestleMania, and it's in St. Louis. Imagine a John Cena as a heel versus Randy Orton in Randy Orton's hometown of St. Louis for the WWE title. That already is a huge match. Imagine that happening. There's routes to go here. So I don't know. It's tricky, but yeah, I prefer a babyface, but I wouldn't be mad about the heel. All right, my friends, that's just a couple of emails. Look, we have a couple of more, and I'm going to read them in the next video. That one will come out on Friday. I didn't want to cram them all into one because I wanted to spend enough time on each question or each email to actually talk about it. You know what I mean? So I appreciate everybody who emailed in. I'm going to try to get to all of them. I know today these will be the ones I do for this video, and then I got another video coming out Friday doing more emails. So you still actually do have time to send more in if you would like to. wickedbittermedia@gmail.com if you would like me to read your email on these videos, and we can talk about it afterwards. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for emailing in. Don't worry, I'm going to read the other ones and have that video out on Friday. So if you haven't heard yours in this one, check out the next video on Friday. But that'll be it for this video, my friends. I appreciate you emailing in. Great emails. Can't wait to read the others. Have a good rest of your week. And until we yeet again, my friends, as always, stay bitter.